Good morning, Riders. I'm Kendall Lawson.
And I'm Justin Washington. This month, we 11th grade Lit students have had a Great Gatsby party based on the novel written by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Right, Kendall?
Yes, it was a very good book. I enjoyed it very much.
Did you really?
Yes, I loved every second of reading it. Let's check it out.
English classes for American Lit CP had a Great Gatsby party this week for the completion of the book, The Great Gatsby. Students in these classes have the choice to dress up as a character from the book for extra credit. Each year, juniors in American Literature class read and study the book The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. English teachers bring the unit to a close by hosting a Great Gatsby themed party for their classes so students get a chance to experience the Roaring Twenties. They also brought food, drinks, and snacks to set the mood of a party.
Thanks, Dejana and Cam. Did you know at the Wellness Center they offer benefits like physicals?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's great. No one cares.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
The Wellness Center is located at the end of the gym hallway. Students can go there to get a physical done that'll be good through all of next year. Let's take a closer look with nurse practitioner Roz Tilley.
We're encouraging everybody to come in after April 1st so that they can have a complete physical done and be eligible for sports all next year. The physical only takes about a half an hour max. It's a complete, we do a complete history and a complete physical, eye exam, heart and lung exam. You need to be a member of the Wellness Center, which requires you to sign a consent form and your parent has to, approve it. And then also you need to have the sports physical forms for Delaware, which is like a 4-page form that needs to be filled out by your parents. Unless, of course, you're already 18, then you can fill it out for yourself.
Thank you, Dom and Christian. EdRising is a club for students in Teacher Academy, and this year they collaborated with Arved 2 students, Akshay and Izzy, to produce a competitive video piece.
They went to states and won second place, which qualifies them for nationals in Orlando. Let's check out the video that will represent Caesar Rodney High School.
The Brew and Gold Cafe idea was born one day. Mrs. Mazzola and Mr. Simpson, who was then the principal of John S. Charlton, and I were talking about the concession stand and how it was an underutilized space. So we kind of wanted to give our campus a college feel and open a coffee shop. So that's how the idea for the Brew and Gold Cafe was born.
Because when you're in the culinary industry, you have to learn to do production, which means you often have to make the same thing over and over and over. And when you have to do that, you learn a couple of things. You learn, one, consistency, so that you make the product the same way every single time, which is what your customer is going to expect. Two, you learn efficiency, because the more times you do it, the quicker you become at doing that recipe. And then three, you learn that you don't get to eat every single thing you ever make.
Students from our culinary program and students from Charlton work together in the cafe each morning to serve pastries and coffee to the staff. They work for the production, the ordering, and now, just this week, the delivery of coffee and pastries.
The Charlton students would get to come here and get to work in the Brew and Gold and get to help learn some soft skills that they could apply to real life situations like customer service and making change and filling orders. And then that branched out to the Charlton students and the culinary arts students working together, and so it's beneficial to both of us. Additionally, I think it's very helpful for both the students and the teachers to have somewhere in the morning to come and get a cup of coffee or an iced coffee or a juice and maybe a nice muffin or a scone or a piece of quiche before they go to school.
Students said they liked the idea of having the coffee shop. I don't know of any other high school that has one, so I think the fact that we're trying to serve and meet student needs is important. And I think that there's an opportunity there for both students to sort of gain some experience. Our students get a capstone project by working and earning credit in the Brew and Gold Cafe because they're part of that team. And then the John S. Charlton students also have a sheltered work experience with a job coach. So they could potentially go and work in a restaurant as well in a job coaching situation.
I think there's also teamwork within the culinary classroom. The students working together every week on the production of what they need in the cafe and having to figure all of that out. How much do we need to make? How much did we sell last week? Moving forward, what do we need to do? And ordering all of the supplies, because it's not just as simple as, we need to make some scones. It's, do we need to order more straws? Do we need to order more cups and lids and the stickers for the cups? And what do we need to make the breakfast bars, and running the cash register? And it's everything from the inventory to the production of everything that's in the cafe. So it's more complex than I think people realize in front of the counter, everything that goes on behind the counter. So it's a lot of collaboration in the classroom and then coming together with Charlton to make everything run seemingly very smoothly.
The other piece to take into account is, again, meeting student needs and interests. So last year, it was just hot coffee. And it was a pretty standard menu. This year has started to diversify. So we know in the fall, pumpkin flavored things are very popular. So there was hot pumpkin coffee. There was a pumpkin scone. We also added the iced coffee machine, which is extremely popular with students. And we've also had to try and go for some other seasonal things. So a Christmas scone, and there's now a Valentine's scone. So hopefully people find the things that they like to eat and like to drink at the cafe.
Thanks, Lox and Iz. Seniors, don't forget Jocelyn's will be at school on Thursday, March 22nd during all lunches to deliver graduation announcements and class rings. Caps and gowns will be delivered at a later date in May.
All right, with that being said, I think we've covered everything. I'm Justin Washington.
And I'm Kendall.
And this is
Rider News.